leaders. This is your friendly neighborhood corporate consultant, Christina Isenhower with First Sun EAP, and I am back with Well Hello Leader. Now, in our neighborhood news for July, we have a great leadership article about direction, how managers can set direction for their teams. And the article explores these different components of direction like purpose and mission, objectives, key results, and priorities. And I encourage you to check out that article. It's got some good information there. But what I want to talk to you a little bit about today is this idea of prioritization, because I think it's one of the challenges I hear from leaders and managers the most is we don't know how to prioritize. We have so much on our plate that we have to prioritize. And it's even harder, more complicated for managers because not only are managers responsible for prioritizing your own to-do list, your own tasks and responsibilities, but it is part of a manager's role to be able to set and clarify the priorities for your teams and your direct reports. I tell employees this all the time. At any given time, you should be able to go to your manager and say, I have all of this on my plate. I have this long to-do list. Help me figure out what is top priority. And that manager should always be able to have that conversation, to be able to clarify and communicate what is top priority. Now, that is hard sometimes when your priorities as an organization are not connected to that mission and vision. And that's why part of direction is making sure that your priorities closely link to the mission and the vision of that full organization. Priorities are going to look very different across the board, across a company, but that's part of why a leader should know exactly what they need to be working on and what their employees need to be working on. I want to share a couple of ideas from Russ Laraway, who's a fantastic workplace consultant who's got several books. I encourage you to check him out, Russ Laraway. And he has a couple of ideas about prioritization that I want to share. The first is that he uses this term, ruthless prioritization. Ruthless prioritization, that we have to attack this idea of prioritization. We have to be able to slash away at the things that are not important. That's, again, part of the leader's job, to be able to assess what is important, what is urgent right here and right now, and be able to set that for their team. To ruthlessly prioritize. Now, a way to maybe think about that for your team and your employees is to think about another term, another phrase that Russ Laraway shares, which is that prioritization is about subtraction, not addition. I'm going to say that again. Prioritization is about subtraction, not addition. We'll sit with that for a moment. I think in our world today, so many of you guys are doing more and more and more. And I know, because I've worked with you, that doing more also comes along with doing more with less. So you're feeling that overwhelm and you're feeling that stress yourself. But remember, prioritization is about subtraction, not addition. If we are spread too thin, we can't do anything really well, right? And the way that I think about it visually, and this may help you, is that a leader and their team and their coworkers together are artists, they're sculptors. And so whatever material they have in front of them, whether it's clay or some type of stone, the leader especially, their job is to chisel away, to get all of that excess material away. That's what prioritization is really about. It is figuring out what can we take away, what can we delay, what can we diminish in order to get the beautiful piece of art at the end. And that beautiful piece of art, y'all, is the work product of your people. And so think about it that way, that your role is there to sculpt and to help your teams create that beautiful piece of art. And so when you're giving them advice, guidance, direction about what the priority is, that is exactly what you're doing. You're taking their strengths, you're taking their gifts, and you're saying, put your energy here. That is a part of your job and a part of your role. So I encourage you to think about that, take that away. Think about what you can do in the next couple of days to think more clearly about the priorities on your plate, but also the priorities of your team. And as always, let us know here at First Sun EAP how we can best support you. As always, till next time, stay curious, and I hope to see you around the neighborhood.